My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, guten Abend aus Deutschland, good evening from Germany. Miss Amber's posted another video. It's titled Lying About My Weight. Well, we know that, but why put it in the title? I'm so mad at myself, and an earthquake happened. Alright, the whole thing is roughly 13 minutes long. Let's see what she had to say.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog.
Hey Amber, with the filters on, cause we can't relate to the way we look.
I know you guys are used to me starting with a weigh-in, but
can't really say that I'm used to that already.
But I already did my weigh-in for today. The video is already up. It's the video where I walked a mile, and today's the same day. But I just wanted to come on here just really quickly because I went and I looked at the comments, and you guys are so amazing. Like, thank you guys so much for the support. Like,
hey, let me ask you guys, is there another French wave going on? Because I've been finding some French people not very educated because they didn't do the research before they placed their comments. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And for those of you that try to criticize my reaction style in English, read the room, please. Let's continue.
like, you guys are just as proud of me that I am for myself. And my mom is super proud of me.
Yeah, everybody's proud. You are proud. You're accomplishing so much. We know.
Like, it's just so amazing.
Oh, and all of your friends, your countless friends, are so proud of you, and all of your fans. Yeah, of course. I get it.
Because during my walk, actually in the middle of it, I sent her a picture because it just looks
A picture? How do you send pictures while you're taking a walk?
so pretty out. And I was like, Mom, I'm doing my freaking mile. Because I told her about it a few days ago, how I've been thinking about it, like thinking about doing it.
Did you come up with all the idea to do all the jump cuts and not show any of your background? And did you come up with all of these ideas all in one go?
And I don't know, like, I was feeling like I didn't want to fail, and I was afraid that I actually couldn't do it. And
you can't do it. And I wished I had the time to get into all the comments that I got just reacting to the video where she pretended to walk a mile, and how many discrepancies there are. I'm not even going to get into it. We know she's a notorious liar, and so let's just let her flap about it.
I could. A lot of people are asking me about the app that I used. It's called Map My Walk.
Yeah, they're just trying to prove you wrong, and some already have, so yeah.
And on it, there's sirens.
Really though, how did you figure that out?
So with this app, not sponsored by the way, I sound sponsored because I'm like trying to tell you guys get it. No, but with this app, there's a built-in GPS. Well,
what I've been realizing in her latest vlogs and in this one too, is that she is moving her shoulders a lot. She's trying to move her head, and there's a lot of hand movement. I've seen that over the years when you guys told me that she watches certain YouTubers that are notorious for their jump cuts. They're staring at themselves in the viewfinder, never looking into the camera lens, and moving their hands around to suggest that there's any kind of movement, because yet again we see her sitting on Pillow Mountain.
Phone has the GPS, but the only way you can track like how far you walk is with the GPS. I know there's those conspiracy theorists who think that
Conspiracy. Let us yet again look at the definition of a conspiracy. There is no conspiracy surrounding you, honey bun, sweetie pie, because nobody cares. And, oh, while we're on the topic, I was already working on a video about how she blatantly lied about the FBI having interest in her, and I'm gonna add that to this video here, because I wanted to get it out of the way and make a separate video for that. I don't know. Yeah, but she lied about the FBI having interest in her blatantly, with details and everything, and wild stuff in her face. And so I'm gonna add that at the end of this video.
I actually didn't do the walk. I saw a comment where someone's like, all you did was like swing your phone around. Don't work that way, because it follows the GPS, and then like when you're done with the walk, it shows like the little map part, like where you walked. And
okay, but you didn't show us that part, and also it is very easy to recreate what you showed us for screenshots, and I could do that within 5 minutes in a Word document. I mean, come on, get real. You know, just because you can't do it doesn't mean that others can't. And so just move on from that. Nobody believes you walked the mile. Let's just, you know, move on.
You could like add a picture, you can add your thoughts.
A picture. You can add a picture, huh?
Thoughts in your notes. And I just wrote that me and Pookie had a wonderful time. I definitely recommend the app because...
Okay, you stop talking about that and you pretending you walked a mile, or I'm gonna cut you off.
Because without it, I would have never known how far a mile was. And now I know exactly the route I took.
And she can't stop. So next segment. Here's the next day.
Hello guys, it is...
Oh, Jesus Christ. She just won't stop.
January 12th. Good morning, good morning. My body feels like it was hit. Normally people say hit by a semi-truck, but I feel like it was hit by a toy car.
Did you eat that much? I'm gonna just skip ahead to where she tells us the fake weight. Here we are.
Hello, it's ready.
Stepping on.
Oh, girl.
509.6 pounds.
Absolutely not. I'm not even gonna let her talk about it. Moving on. And she even writes it down on her little calendar where she notes all the weights that she told us she is at, even though it's not correct at all. But we know her. She has absolutely lost connection with reality.
6. I wrote that so sloppy because I was looking at it through the...
Moving on to the next segment.
Y'all, I'm freezing. And I'm about to take Twinkie out. So today we have a turtleneck and I'm going to put on my jacket.
And we're back to the poop bun and wearing black because she feels that that makes her look not so big. I don't even want to say thin.
So a lot of people got snow and thankfully we did not get snow. But the snow is coming. I feel it in my bones. It is so cold out there. Like yesterday when I did my walk, it was just like, I would say it was like 57 degrees, which felt really good. Now it's way below freezing. So Twinkie will go potties. Now that I've been awake and doing things, when I took Twinkie out earlier, just a few hours ago, I think like being up and like moving my body made me feel so much better. Now I don't feel like I was hit by a toy truck. I actually just feel good. So yay. I just wanted to answer this because I've been seeing it like float around.
Damn, she surely is addressing a lot of rumors and conspiracy theories about herself. So that means she's been sitting on her ass just reading comment sections of her reaction channels, right?
People are saying that my weigh-ins are fake. And
oh, but they are, honey bun, sweetie pie. And it's all right if that's what you need for content.
that there's a lot of editing to them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know much about video editing, and even I can see it and hear it.
I do edit my videos a lot. That's why you guys constantly see like cuts.
Oh, but when you put the camera in the refrigerator and rub your chubby fingers over the microphone, that you don't edit out. But you edit your way-ins because there are jump cuts. Okay. Make it make sense.
Like I literally just did one there, and then I did one there, and there.
And you are being so annoying. You are so trolling. And yeah, that's you on the internet. That is your legacy.
There, there, there. It's how I've always edited my videos, and the reason why that, like, specifically the
With the hand in front of the camera. We know you're not moving much. You can't indicate the fact that anything is moving in your vlogs just by holding your hand into the camera.
weigh-in videos are like that is because there is a lot of dead air. I'm sitting there waiting for it to turn on, and then in between hello and it's ready, there's like 5 seconds of just like dead air. I just take it away. And then
Okay, and then there's also jump cuts between the scale saying hello, it's ready, and then the scale would actually take a few seconds to figure out your weight.
when I step on the scale, it takes another 5 seconds for it to finally read my weight.
Okay, and that's the proof that she is lying, because it's not just 5 seconds. When somebody has large legs like hers, like, you know, even wide, to where she has problems keeping the feet on the scale, and so there you go, she just admitted it.
So I just take that out as well. The weigh-ins are 100% authentic.
No, they're not, and you're known to fake your weigh-ins. And here's that clip again where she admits that she does not want to get backlash for gaining weight, and that's why she usually says she's losing.
My weight, I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like very into like telling you guys my weight. Haven't really been 100% honest about that, because whenever someone asks me, you know, oh, she's gaining weight or whatever, I always just say I'm losing. I don't need the backlash at all. I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not hate me for.
All right, just a reminder for those of you that just got here. Let's move on.
You're real. I don't know how I can fake a weigh-in.
Okay, I believe on my channel I've mentioned it in at least every single vlog where you posted or where I reacted to another fake weigh-in, or 5 or 6 in one vlog. But yeah.
I know that that's like a hot thing in this section of YouTube, is that
Because you're a liar and you don't identify with who you are, not with how much you weigh, not even with what you look like. You use filters like there's no tomorrow, and then we see you farther away from the camera, and that's when it hits. Or you have mommy film you, and then all of a sudden you have a round face again and not an oval one. And so you can try to troll and lie all you want, but don't expect for your audience that has been around for a few years to still believe you.
people think that me and Chantel both fake our weigh-ins.
I don't know about her, and she has completely lost her plot. I mean, you know.
I highly doubt she's doing it, because she's being blamed for the very same thing I'm doing, which I have never done that.
Okay, you guys are both liars, and Chantal has been proven by Pete that her scale was offset. Is that the right word? Chantal apparently had been using the tear function before she left to go to Kuwait. So you're both liars. You both don't have a backbone. You have so many things in common that it's actually not a surprise you're being accused of the same things.
And I never will do that. That's too much. And
She's shaking her head, but not because she will never do it. She's been provingly doing it.
honestly, that would just be hurting me.
Exactly, but you have no skills that are marketable out here in the real world, and so you're desperately trying to hold on to your YouTube channel. And so with everything else you've done in your life that you've documented on your channel, crazily enough, nobody puts it past you to do this just for the views.
And it would be hurting the people who support me and the people who are watching
Exactly, and that's why you have so many hate watchers.
me to see me succeed. Yeah, the only reason why
No. It's a slap in the face that you are trying to deceive people that are just coming to your channel. It's a slap in the face of those that have been around. You kind of want to rephrase that.
there's tons of cuts is just because that's the way that I edit.
No, it's actually not, because you're being a lazy editor.
I edit every single scene that I film just like that. Honestly, the reason why that I don't show myself when I am stepping on the scale is
Here it comes. Her yet again trying to sell it to us why she is faking her weigh-ins.
because I weigh myself naked.
That is bullshit, because you could easily just weigh yourself in clothes, wear the same clothes, you know, like a little weigh-in outfit, and subtract the weight of the clothes every single time. I've said it hundreds of times. You could also weigh your clothes that you wear for the weigh-in prior to getting on the scale and showing that little clip, since you're Edit Lynn and you're spending so much time editing your videos. You could also do that. Your excuse here is a joke.
I feel like once I get to like 490, I will just step on the scale with some clothes on.
See, she willy-nilly just blurts out a number where she's not going to have to weigh in the nude anymore. It's all bullshit.
All the day, show you guys. Maybe I'll have my mom film it or something, just because.
Yeah, that has never crossed your mind, has it? Your mom filming it like Becky used to, like her holding the camera and you standing behind the scale and then you stepping on and then Becky showing the whole thing, you know, and then showing the scale. That has never crossed your mind since you had Wipey as a caretaker, and not since you've moved to Oklahoma and your mom has been around like every other day.
It's not that I want to like prove myself to people.
Which you should, unless you want for your channel to go down the drain.
It's just, it makes me sad that people actually think that I would lie about something.
It makes you sad. You pride yourself in being Troll Lynn, and you've been proving to lie hundreds of times. You also lie about things where it's absolutely unnecessary to lie. Like your weight. I mean, that is just you wanting the drama and you wanting to stir the pot, because you could easily just film your weigh-ins.
As silly as that, because if that was the case, I would make myself a lot smaller than in the 500s. I could.
Well, given that you're almost 600 or over 600 now, you're making yourself 100 pounds lighter, and that is a lot, not just a little bit.
Tell you that right now. I just think it's beyond.
And plus, being in the 500s is still nothing to be proud of. Not to a degree where it would justify you just downing the sodies on camera, because that is most definitely self-harm at this point for you, because look at yourself. And also it doesn't justify you feeling so healthy that you can down unhealthy foods, which he hasn't done. I would like to point that out. We've had discussions in the comment section here and there that it doesn't do any good to report her because YouTube doesn't do anything. Yes, YouTube has, because if they had never demonetized, even partially or completely demonetized one of her eating videos, then she would continue with them, but she doesn't, and so rest assured that YouTube has snatched some of her videos. They're still visible, they're just not monetized because they were reported for self-harm.
Silly that there's always just this rumor that I'm faking my weigh-ins.
Well, now you're repeating yourself, and that doesn't change the fact that you are faking your weigh-ins.
Then I've never done that.
Yes, you have, and you've been called out on it.
But it's been like an ongoing thing.
Because it's an ongoing thing that you feel that you cannot identify with your true weight.
For, I don't know, at least 6 years. And I'm just like, there's...
At least 6 years? No, absolutely not. The first time I heard it was in 2019, but that's 5 years, and so that's splitting hairs, so...
Never been a reason that I...
Yes, there has been a reason, because when was it? Wait. The clip that I showed you earlier where she admitted to just not wanting to be honest about her weight is from 2016.
I would ever do that. Like, that's wild.
No, it's not wild, because you don't identify with yourself, not with your personality. Like, you've been misdiagnosing yourself with mental disorders you do not have, and you've been completely ignoring the ones you do have because you just don't love yourself enough to go to a doctor on a regular basis and take medication and or do a therapy. and yeah, you don't identify with yourself. And so you have to lie about your weight. Otherwise, you would also, I mean, the filters, you know, I get why a lot of people want to look prettier than they actually are. But in her case, she's trying to hide that she's been gaining like there's no tomorrow. And again, when mommy films her, you can tell.
Y'all, I'm in the dark right now. It does not matter what I look like, but there was just an earthquake.
Okay, you're not really in the dark, and you should be able to see that in the viewfinder.
Okay, so I was sitting here and I heard like a loud noise, and all of a sudden I felt shaking, like it was like wobbly.
But you're always wobbly and shaking, so maybe it came from within you.
And I was like, am I tripping? Like, did someone like hit the building? And then I was like, oh, I'm in Oklahoma. There's a freaking tornado. That is like where my brain went. But then I was like, but I don't hear a tornado. Like, it was all so confusing.
Such a drama queen. Oh my God.
But it was an earthquake. It was a 4.4 magnitude earthquake. It's giving California. Like,
as if you can remember living there, but all right.
I've been in a couple earthquakes. I haven't been in one since I lived in California, and that was literally like when I was 18.
Yeah, but you can remember. Okay. You can't relate to anything you did to Casey. You have disconnected yourself from the person you were that did the things that are, by the way, illegal. And but you can't remember what it feels like to have been in earthquakes in California. All right, Liar Lynn.
And I'm 33 now. So, wasn't expecting that this winter. You guys, I have...
So now she's had the sense to turn the light back on, or what?
Flopped so hard today when it comes to my eating. I have not been on track. And I've...
Oh, you also look very red and flushed. Ew. Okay.
Fought it all day. I purposely, you know, I used to say sitting with the discomfort a lot. I'm sure you guys remember that.
Don't get me started on that phase.
I sat with it hard. Like, there were moments where it was so uncomfortable and it just gave me so much anxiety. Like, being a food addict is rough. Sometimes, like...
I don't know, when she says these things, being a food addict is rough. That is correct, but how would she know? She just stuffs her face all day long. There's no struggle. There's no trying to get any control over it. She just gives in all the time, you know? And so I don't know why she always wants to make herself sound like she's victim Lynn when she constantly gives in, you know?
The craving or the urge is so powerful that, like, if you don't get it, you just feel like you're gonna go crazy a little bit, like you're gonna go mad. I know for me, like, when I do sit with the discomfort, sometimes it gets really emotional for me. I know that I was triggered today massively. I just wanted to numb myself.
Oh, that little earthquake. I had never been in an earthquake before. When I was in Virginia, there was one in Fredericksburg that turned out to be a 4.9. Or I think at the time they said 4.9, and they've rated it higher since. And I'm naturally kind of a mellow person. I mean, that was, you know, it sounded like a freight train. It felt like a freight train. Is where there are no train tracks, you know. It's rattling the ground. But... that was a reason for her to overeat.
Very much like emotional eating, not having to think about like reality a little bit,
But she does that every single day. She doesn't challenge herself physically or mentally. I mean, physically, I have to correct myself. She did walk some in the last vlog. I just know she didn't walk a mile. And so maybe she's moving more, but she's also stuffing her face more because she looks bloated. She doesn't look in any way smaller.
I mean, to think about like emotions and how I'm feeling. And I've been trying to do the Lego and trying to just like distract myself super hard in that way.
Yeah, the fulfillment is what's missing in your life. You keep numbing things and distract yourself. You never get down to the nitty-gritty and actually work on yourself. That's why a lot of us out here are saying, you haven't changed. You've even gotten worse over the years.
And it's like I was able to successfully for hours, like just deal with like the urges to mess up and just like eat. But I don't know what happened. I ended up caving and I failed.
So she's going to keep stringing her audience along when it comes to these fake weigh-ins, you know, the same, let's say 5 pounds up and down, up and down. I don't know for how much longer she will go on with the weigh-ins, because even she has got to have a limited repertoire of sound bites where the scale announces the weight.
And that makes me really sad because I feel like I'm letting myself down. I feel like
you've been letting yourself down, and your audience. Stop looking at the viewfinder when you're trying to pretend you're being sincere.
I'm letting you guys down, but like I have to be realistic with myself, and I know that every single day we aren't gonna see a little heart in the corner of my calendar because it's not.
The flapping. When I just in my last video showed the video from 2019, and she is saying the same shit every single year.
Not really.
So not about the hearts in the little corner because she didn't have the calendar back then, but the same smoothing over things, trying to make people okay with the fact that she is lying, you know.
At all.
And the fact remains, she doesn't lose any weight. She just keeps gaining or maintaining, and she's talking about weight loss, even though she claims that her weight loss journey, you know, she doesn't want to share it all that much because her channel is not a weight loss channel. Okay, then stop talking about weight loss and food.
It's like I would love to just wake up and be perfect. I would love to just wake up and be like, I'm never gonna make mistakes again.
Okay, but you said it years ago and you never changed anything, and here you are bigger than before. And if you make little changes that you turn into life changes. You've held TED Talks about the whole thing, how to make healthy choices, and how it's not a diet but a lifestyle change, and then you never change anything for the better. So another useless TED Talk that we're gonna be looking back at in a few years, just adding it to the list of clips where she was full of shit and just shared her mental diarrhea.
And I'm never gonna overeat again. I'm never gonna order takeout again, but it's just like not realistic. I'm not always gonna have a little heart in the corner.
Yeah, then just stop talking about it. That is the biggest thing, because you are monetizing your food addiction and your constant failure, and you need to have that right taken away from you, because you're not putting any effort into it. You are passively harming members of the audience out here, and you should stop doing that, because all you are doing is glorifying obesity and making money off of it. And I believe the trend on social media becomes that wave is over, that they've been riding, you know, the death fads that just monetize and clickbait their body, you know, their measurements and their failures. Because that is not a good example to set for coming generations, you know.
It's like seeing so many of them consecutively inspires me and makes me realize that I can do this. And I know that as long as I have more good days than bad days, then that's progress, right? But it's moments like this where I'm just like, dang, like the guilt is real. I wish I can go back in time and still sit with the discomfort.
Yeah, just keep checking yourself out in the viewfinder. That's going to make you come off a lot more believable. Yeah. I don't know why this is still happening, why we're still seeing this on the internet, people bullshitting their way through life and making the same mistake. It's not really, from her point of view, it's not really a mistake. From her point of view, it's her making money because she needs money to overeat. She's a food addict. And so she has no other way of making any money. And so she has to lie to her audience to keep stringing them along. Because if she showed what she actually does all day long, stuff her face and be on her several devices, watching superficial shit, not challenging herself at all, and also neglecting her pets, nobody would watch her anymore by now. And so she has to keep sounding like she's a motivated a person when it comes to weight loss. I have stopped buying it in 2019, and I have not seen any real effort on her part in years.
Even though it was super uncomfortable, it gets painful almost. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. Like,
yeah, and yet you're sitting here completely bloated and big, and you have not made any healthy choices. No, you flaunt opening that fridge and getting the bus balls out because you can afford the calories. 240 to 300 for each one of them. And even have the gall to be on camera intoxicated. And so, yeah, I'm not having any sympathy for her right now at all. And it's fake.
you only understand it if you've been through it. And it just...
And you've been documenting it for years now, so stop with that and start documenting something that would be new on your channel, and that is you not failing.
It just gets really, really, really freaking hard. And sometimes I'm strong, sometimes I'm powerful.
No, absolutely not. And that is the face that goes with that. No, you're not strong and you're not powerful.
I'm never on track and I'm never losing weight.
You run that mouth, you keep lying to your audience, and you have not figured out another way to make money. And until you have, which I doubt you ever will, before your body gives out, you're going to be sitting here lying your butt off.
I don't know, I'm just not.
She's just trying to, pad the video.
Not happy with myself right now, and I just...
Okay, we're not happy with you, so that's a lot of people on this planet.
just wanted to, like, kind of just talk about how I was feeling and...
Go back to old vlogs. You've done that so many times.
My next weigh-in is not going to be cute. I know it's not. I was doing so good and I was losing weight almost every weigh-in, and I know that I'm going to weigh in.
No, you were not. And you trying to take credit for it and trying to... How do I want to say it? No, just try to get credit for what you haven't accomplished is very sad for you.
And tomorrow, and there's going to be a weight gain, and I'm not looking forward to seeing that.
Okay, so she's just rambling. I'm going to cut her off here. So this is the next segment. I'm not interested in that, and so I'm going to see if she says anything before this vlog is over. Nope, it seems like the rest of the vlog was just her talking about Lego, like the screen said.
I hope that you guys enjoyed my little...
I didn't enjoy it, but let's move right on to the part where she lied. I mean, blatantly lied about the FBI having an interest in her. I just wanted to show the thumbnail here of the video where I'm going to show a clip from. But it's always funny to see that Amber does not have it in her to show herself as she is today. Her profile picture has not reflected the way she looks in a while, and so here she is in 2013 with that profile pic. That's what she looked like 11 years ago, and then in 23 possibly wearing the same sweater or at least the same color. And so, yeah, the clip I'm going to show now about her lying, blatantly lying about the FBI having any kind of interest in her is, you see that right here, Singapore May Fun Mukbang. So she had the gall to stuff food in her face while she was lying. Look at the dark knuckles. I mean, that's not a new thing. It's been something that she's been struggling with for years. May it be the lack of hygiene or actually having diabetes. I don't care. And so here is that clip.
So being on YouTube, comes with a fair share of disappointments.
And she's saying this even though she's the kind of person that has allowed herself to get so lazy and so out of shape that she has no shot at a real job out here in the real world. And so she's stuffing her face with food that she bought, with money that she made off of sitting on her ass, and she's saying this.
I mean, amongst amazing things as well.
Okay.
But something that I consider a disappointment is like telling people to off themselves or threatening to off someone. Why? So, last October or November, I was simply just skimming through the comment section
Like she usually does.
of my YouTube.
You do not own YouTube, you mean your YouTube channel, and you also grace the comment sections of your reaction channels.
And I usually get a lot of people saying mean things to me.
Yeah, no wonder. See how smug she is in this one? I can't remember what year this was. This must have been, if she says, the year before, it must have been 2021, 22 maybe. Actually makes no difference, but she lied her butt off in this one. And she's being smug, and that's rich, you know?
And none of it has ever like
I dare her to stuff her face like that right now. She wouldn't be making money anymore.
made me feel any sort of way. Nothing scares me. Nothing like that. It all just...
Nothing scares her. She's the one that always talks about anxiety attacks she has over what? Things like leaving the house. But nothing really scares her, guys. You know, take note.
makes me feel like uncomfy. But there was one that I remembered reading that kind of like was like, this is how all scary movies start.
With a comment or with a statement on Instagram, this is how all horror movies start. Amber, dude, you should really rewatch your vlogs before you post them. And she just said in the recent video from today, she said that she edits a lot. Yeah, right.
It was saying how they know where I live, they're gonna off me. They said they live nearby, like this whole thing. I guess some of you, so I want to say thank you, actually found that comment and was scared by it as well.
Scared by it?
Because, dun da da, I get a message on Instagram from my ex's
Becky's
sister and said, the FBI showed up for you. She sent me a picture of like...
A picture, huh? Hey guys, I'm gonna show what Becky said to that earlier this week. But look at her face. How she is convinced this is the truth she is telling right now. How she is being smug about it. How she is being... acting all important to where the FBI is interested in her. It is disgusting. And this was only a couple of years ago, a couple to 3 tops. And it's disgusting how self-involved she is and what she uses for content.
The card that the FBI gave her, the FBI said, contact her because we need to talk to her. I was terrified.
Yeah, because the FBI can't figure out where Amberlyn Reed, a public persona on the internet, lives. Okay, Amber.
I had a panic attack because I had to sit there and think of my life. I was like, literally, did I do something that I...
You actually did, and the cops could still be knocking at your door for what you've done in the past, so continue to live in fear, I guess.
don't remember that I did. Like,
It's a conscience that I think you don't have one.
honestly, I was so terrified. I was like, what is happening?
And as she's telling the story, checks herself out in the viewfinder and stuffs her face.
I don't know why, but the FBI didn't know I lived here.
How could they not, guys? Do you see how blatantly she lies? And how her childlike mind... I'm thinking she's a sociopath. Again, I've been saying it. She has all the symptoms. But at this point, it sounds like a childlike mind. Like when she comes back from a doctor's office and tries to tell us that the doctor said that she's healthy.
She was just like, you're healthy. Like she had my charts in her hand. She was like, you're healthy, but you are obese. But we can fix that.
You know what I'm saying? Completely delulu, just in order to make money.
That's fair. Obviously, immediately, I end up calling the number that is on the FBI guy's FBI card. I was so scared. Some woman picked up and she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna call the FBI guy Frank. Why not? So Frank was like out of the office or something, and she was like, I can give him a call like on his personal cell phone to get like a hold of you.
See how she keeps shaking her head, how she keeps looking off to the side. I mean, this is something you can go by. I go by it all the time. In the future or in like current vlogs, what the signs are that she lies. If you're not an empath, I'm an empath, I can tell when people lie. And so she's, most of the time, like 90% of the time, she's given liar and sociopath vibes. But look at her now trying to sell us that crazy story.
And in my head, I was like, why does she want to like bother him on his personal phone instead of just like leaving him a message? Like, what did I do?
That is so unbelievable. And she still has that video up. It's not like she took it down.
Oh, so scared. I was like, what is the promptness of this? Like, why do they want to talk to me this bad? So I said, thank you. Yes, call him if you want, like, whatever. And I'm a very patient person, but
no, you're not.
Like situations like this, I don't have patience. I was like, oh my God, I need to know, like, what is happening?
By patient, she means lazy and procrastinating and, you know, not doing anything that needs to be done. You know, just postponing.
Just imagine the FBI trying to contact you guys. Like, it puts you in a headspace that you didn't even know, like, you had. So
where does she come up with these thoughts, I wonder? I mean, what if you want to do the same thing, watch her video with the eyes of somebody that knows what Becky said earlier this week about this fantasy story. And she is actually sitting there obsessed with getting across what happened to her.
It wasn't even 45 seconds after I hung up with the receptionist. Frank called me. I said, Frank, man, you done scared me. No.
She should get zapped every time she tells a lie. Now that would be funny.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like that. No. Immediately, he said, you are not in trouble. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do?
She just looks back and forth between the food and the viewfinder.
Turns out, y'all, the FBI is actually on my side.
No, they're not.
I never thought that, like, cops or the FBI even remotely would care about some YouTuber online.
They do not.
But
unless it's somebody that committed a crime like you have, with minors maybe. Gosh, what's going on with Mr. Snowflake? Are there any news on him doing the interview with Beck?
Turns out that a lot of people reported that very comment
to the FBI, right, Amber? Dude.
That I saw. And I guess they reported it to like authorities, like even higher than like just reporting it to YouTube.
Yeah, right. Of course they did.
The FBI ended up seeing it. Like, Frank was like, oh my God, like, complimenting me on my following and stuff.
Shit's not adding up, besties.
But guess what? So they took that comment very seriously.
What a sociopath. Look at the impressions on her face.
They did a whole IP address, like tracked him. Ooh.
Dark knuckles. Not just her one hand, but both.
Okay, I'm not going to say who the person is that left that comment, but it is a guy. And I know his full name. I know where he lives. So they were like worried for me. They were like, do you know this guy? I said, nope, never heard of him. So I don't know. I think it's pretty neat that, like,
I wonder if she comes up with these stories on the fly or if she thinks about what she's gonna say, you know, prior to turning on the camera.
if there is like a fear that I have from a YouTube comment or a message, Frank is there. He said, call me anytime.
Sure. Day and night, we're here for you, Amber.
If you ever feel threatened or anything like that, I've never talked to the FBI before.
You might just have to do that in the future if you keep dragging a federal agency into your vlogs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's pretty hardcore.
So I thought that was like literally the craziest thing. Like, they were really, truly worried about my safety. And I don't know.
No, they're not. I can't believe she's saying that.
I felt like really safe for a minute there. I just had to share that with you guys.
And see, she's actually telling these bullshit stories in order to get people to not leave hateful comments anymore. Almost like she wants to say, hey, the FBI is watching my channel and they care about me, and that's why you should not give me backlash on what I do in my vlogs, you know. But what she actually does is make people mad, because here we are, like years later, and Becky says, that never happened. And so that is just more proof that she is a liar. And that's only cause for more people to show her hate, because she just doesn't care. She's just a troll.
It's so weird. I don't know. I think I'm just like really overly grateful. Like, when it happened,
It never happened, and she keeps giving details.
happened like, I know it's been like over a month, maybe 2 months. I don't really know. But when it happened, I was so scared at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, what did I do? But it turns out I didn't do anything. They were actually just there for me. I don't know.
Yeah. And with that, that is actually the end of that. And earlier this week, Beck did her thing, and I'm gonna show what she said in response. Like, just to recap, so in this video clip, Amber says that the FBI got in contact with Beck's sister. You know, that's what she's talking about, ex-girlfriend. So with Beck's sister, trying to find Amber. And so here's the clip. Here's what Beck said.
Said your sister was contacted by FBI, Frank. That was a lie? No, my sister wasn't. Because if she was, I would know about it. No, she could never admit that.
So there it is, her just lying her ass off, and Beck clearly stating that the entire story about FBI Frank is a lie. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm running close to 50 minutes, and so I just wanted to add that to my documentation on my channel so that you can search for it if you like. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!